Hi, this is Kira Newland, and in this video I will be giving you a tutorial on how to cook a nutritional home-cooked sandwich meal. For this tutorial, you'll need 2 slices of sliced loaf bread of your choosing. I'm using the Dave's Killer Bread. And then a slice of cheese of your choosing. I'm using ultra thin cheddar cheese. And then 2 slices of any deli meat that you like. I'm using smoked turkey breast from Walmart. You'll also need any butter of your choosing. I'm using that. I can't believe it's not butter. It's like an off-brand vegan type butter. You'll need a knife. You'll need 1 egg, a pan and some non-stick cooking spray, a spatula, and a sandwich press of any type. You could do it on the stove. If you don't have this, you can just flip the sandwich like you would an egg. I'm going to include prices for all these things on my slideshow presentation, just not in the video. So first you want to plug in your sandwich press, and be careful with using heat because there's always the chance that, you could burn yourself, so just be very extra careful around the sandwich press and the stovetop. First we want to butter our bread, so take like a moderate amount, always wash your hands, I washed my hands before this, amount of butter, and just spread it on the back of both sides of both pieces of your bread. So once you have both back sides of your bread covered in butter, place one on the sandwich press. Be very careful. Take your slice of cheese, mine kind of fell apart, and just place it on there. You can use 2 if you want. I'm using 1. I'm just not saying. And then take your 2 pieces of meat and layer it on top of the cheese. And then you just put the last piece of bread on top and you close your sandwich press. Kind of press it down a little bit. You'll hear it start to cook. And just let that cook while you start your egg. I also want to mention that my sandwich press doesn't have any heat options. So just let it cook until you think the sandwich looks about done, that the bread is like crispy and not too soggy or anything like that. Now, moving on to our egg, you're gonna wanna first turn on the stove. I say put it at about low to medium heat. Take your non-stick cooking spray and spray the pan. And grab your egg. Try to be careful with it. I don't like to crack my yolk, so let's see how it turns out. Ooh. Here we go, perfect. And then wait for that to cook a little bit until the clear part here turns white, and then I like to move mine together so it'll all kind of stay in one place. But I like to make fried eggs. That's where it's like you cook the white part, but the yolk is more runny and it kind of runs out of your sandwich and stuff. But you could put scrambled eggs on your sandwich or on the side if you want. But that's just my preference. So once you see it starting to get white like this, kind of scoop it together. That's what I like to do, so it's not like this huge hopping thing, and it'll be easier to flip it. So once you see the middle part be almost fully white, you want to try and scoop it. This can be a little difficult, so if you want to wait a little bit more to have the egg be more solidified, that's up to you. It's pretty easy. You just scoop under it and then flip pretty quickly. And then once it's flipped, it doesn't take much longer to cook. So you can just place it on your plate. So my egg is done. I'm just gonna slide it off there. Make sure you turn off your stove. And if you have a sink nearby, I would just put the hot pan in the sink over some running cold water. So once your sandwich is done, it should look like this, like a little bit toasty on top. I'm gonna grab some oven mitts. You don't necessarily need these, but to put your egg on your sandwich, it can help with the heat. You can just also wait for the sandwich to cool down more, but I'm a little impatient. So this should slide off pretty easy. Oh my gosh, I can't grab the plate. So just slide your sandwich off onto your plate. And like I said, you can either eat the egg on the side or put it on your sandwich. Then just unplug your sandwich press, and I say wait for this to cool down a little bit because it's kind of hard to carry around to clean it. So just wait for that to cool off. So once your sandwich is done, try and take the top layer of the sandwich off. The cheese kind of melted into my bread this time, but that's okay. And then take your spatula and try to, I should get a little thing. Okay, and then just place it on your sandwich, and then place the top piece of bread right back on it. And that wasn't too hard. I didn't burn myself or anything, so. And there you have a nutritional home-cooked meal. This has proteins, carbs, lipids, like all things you need. And it's honestly really not expensive. I'll put the prices in my presentation, but you only really need a few ingredients. And if you don't have a sandwich cooker, you can use a stove or any sort of heat that you can flip a sandwich on. This is very beneficial to people in college, or if you're just looking for a healthy meal that is going to fill you up on a low budget. I make this all the time. It's really good, and you can add whatever you want to it, any condiments or more cheese or more meat, whatever you're feeling that day. So yeah. I also wanted to say that these ingredients are essential to many meals, so these could be used to cook other foods, and they're found mostly at any grocery store and are very easy to get access to.